All right, how you guys doing? Welcome on back into the saloon. I'm your boy Wrangler, and today we are going to be talking about the challenge level 3 on the Forest Moon Assault Battle. Battling Ewoks using either Empire or droids. I've been procrastinating on this mission for a long time. I got 3 stars on level 2, and then I just kind of stopped because my Imperial Troopers are gear 12, and I'm like, there's no way I can do it at gear 12. Like, 3 of my 5 are at gear 12. But then I got motivated to try it after watching a Stanamal video, link in the description for his work, as well as Gridan and the Playbook videos we will be highlighting today. So go check them out. Go check out that original content. We'll be playing some of the footage in the background so you can kind of get the basics. But great videos. Go check them out. Give them a like, give them a subscribe, and click that bell notification button, not only for my videos, but for those as well. If you like that kind of content and you want help in getting through this challenge round. Let's get into it. All right, so up above us is the footage. So all I'm showing here is my account. We got that 3 stars on challenge tier 3 earlier this morning. And here are my troopers. We've got gear 12 on everybody except Piet, who's at relic 8 for the executor unlock. There is his mods. I kept him as I normally keep him for Grand Arena and whatever. Dark Trooper I remodded for, he's relic 5 by the way. I gave him my best offense and health mods with speed secondaries, so he's quite a bit faster than he usually is on my account. Gideon I tried, I couldn't get him to work, so we took his mods off. The rest of my troopers, Veers and Range Trooper and Stark, they're gear 12. They have less than like 75,000 total health and protection. At gear 12, even with my best health mods, I modded them all for health with my best speed secondaries for all 3 of those characters. I didn't look at potency, I didn't look at tenacity, I didn't look at damage, just as much health and protection as I could get on the secondaries and primaries with as much speed as I could get. And even with my best mods, they're still like less than 300 speed, most of them. But anyway, there's my troopers. This is what I completed this event with today. If I can do it, you can do it, for sure. All right, and then I didn't capture the footage. I kind of forgot you could only go through it once. I'm used to replaying content and then recording something that's good. But that was my tier 8 phase showing full health and protection on my troopers. But how did we get here? So if you're still struggling on tiers 1 and 2 in the challenge sections on this assault battle, the Playbook put out a really good video on using Thrawn lead with GG droids, which pretty much comes down to you need high protection on your Magna Guard. Even at like lower relics 1, 2, and 3, you can get it to work. And it's all about getting as many stacks on B1 as possible so B1 can heal whoever gets low. And then you can kind of roll through your 8 phases in this assault battle. Crazy assault battle. He goes through some really good advice on kind of what relic level you should look for. As you can see, he did it with a gear 12 Thrawn. And he goes over the different relic levels on his account versus what he thinks you could get in there. Great video on getting through tiers 1 and 2 and 3-starring those so you can sim them in the future. If you've gotten your gas unlocked, you've probably got your GG droids up to these levels, maybe even a bit better. Maybe even your Thrawn is better than the Playbooks was in this particular video. There is particular modding, there is particular strategy, especially when it comes to Tebow. You need to keep a fracture on that guy, otherwise he will wreck your face. So that's tiers 1 and 2. All right, here is challenge level 3. Now this comes from Stanamal. Stanamal is a video a content creator I just found today. I was looking for some help on this, on particular strategy and kill order and modding and all that kind of stuff, and I think Stanamal did a great job. Again, the link for his video is going to be down below. So pretty much what happens is you're going to get shredded your first 10 or 15 or 20 restarts right here in the first opening round. So especially at lower gears on your troopers, if those Ewok scouts nail you early, you're done. So as soon as you lose one character, just back out, restart until the RNG goes in your favor and you get all 5 of your characters surviving, until you start killing some Ewoks off and generating turn meter. So that kind of brings us to our keys to success, our keys to winning for this event. RNG at lower gear levels is absolutely the thing. Once you get a good run started, it took me probably 10 restarts with the team that I used, this team right here. I tried it another 10 or 15 times with Gideon in there, and I just never got the RNG. I lost somebody, and then you can't get 3 stars, right? Which is like the whole point. So just be patient. It's really frustrating. Even at your highest protection, me anyway, my highest health and protection mods, I could only get them to like 75, 80k for my troopers, and those Ewok scouts can one-shot any of those gear 12s if they target them. So, and if they crit. So anyway, just kind of restart until you get all 5 standing and you start getting some kills rolling. Once you get your first turn or 2 with this particular team, it just kind of flows. And that is because of the Veer's lead. So you are generating 10% turn meter every time you get a buff on one of your troopers, and based on the trooper comp that you go in with, you can get more or less buffs, but there's a lot of buffs going around on this team, as you can see from the footage above it. At least 4 or 5 or 6 buffs on every trooper all the time. So that's like 50-60% turn meter just on the buffs. You also get a bump in offense and speed from the Veer's lead, which is helpful. But the thing that really makes it cook is Piet's unique. So the Emperor's Trap, when you get the Zeta on it, gives you 6% offense and potency per stack. So as soon as you start getting kills and you get that turn meter loop going, the Ewoks never take a turn, and you just keep stacking that Emperor's Trap up and up and up. I think at one point I had like 200 stacks on Dark Trooper. You know, and that's a lot when you get 6% per stack. Dark Trooper starts one-shotting everybody except the Ewok Warriors. They might take 2 or 3 shots at that level, but just like in Stanamal's video, once you get those Emperor stacks up there high enough, probably over 75 to 80, this event gets pretty easy. They never take a turn. But you got to be able to get to those first couple turns and start building those stacks, and that's all about modding and speed, in my opinion. So if you have Gear 12 troopers that you're trying to run in this thing, put either defense sets or health sets on there, and stack up that health and protection and defense as high as you can get it, so that you can get through that first initial salvo of those Ewok scouts and warriors in phase 1. And then as soon as you get rolling, it's all good. This is another video using the same team comp. This comes from Gridan, my boy Gridan, We With Lives Alliance grandfather. He's the one that created it. Yeah, many months later, 3 weeks later, a little SpongeBob reference, you finally get the RNG where all of your guys survive, and then you can start rolling. So just another content creator showing the same kind of strategy with, I think he had a gear 11 range trooper, but the rest of Gridan's troopers were in relics. So a little easier to survive when you have those higher gear. So anyway, mod for survivability so you can get through that first phase. And then, based on the troopers that you have, you want to find abilities that give you buffs or call assists so you get extra damage, or that remove turn meter. Again, Gideon is probably a great trooper if he's survivable enough. I just never got mine to survive, so I didn't get to play with that turn meter manipulation mechanic that he has. But that would work really well if you could survive and rip all their turn meter off. Now you're cooking. All right, last thing to talk about in this is these Ewoks. So there's a couple keys to winning this event, again, in my opinion. First of all, the scouts have super high damage. On crits, they were going anywhere between 70 and 100k in my run this morning. So they were one-shotting all of my Gear 12 troopers as soon as they hit them. And there's like 2 or 3 of them in that first phase. So if you get the bad RNG and they start taking out your Gear 12s, just restart. The second one is those warriors have super high survivability. I don't know what their health and protection is, but it's up there. So in phase 1, I would recommend killing off the scouts first, which is in this kill order strategy down here. And then once you get your turn meter rolling and get some Emperor's Trap stacks up, then focus on those Ewok warriors, because they are thick. They take a while to take out. Once you get into phase 3 or 4, whenever Tebow's in there, that dude will one-shot anybody if he takes a turn. So kill off the elders. You should have a lot of turn meter going. You should have a lot of Emperor's Trap stacks by that time. So 1 or 2 shot those elders, get them out of there, and then focus fire down with Veers's special, where he drops all of the green laser energy and everybody gets called to assist, or use Piet and call Dark Trooper to assist, where Piet goes under stealth and calls Dark Trooper, and Dark Trooper hits 2 or 3 times. and just try to get through Tebow before he takes a turn. If you can do that, the rest of it's pretty easy. And that is really the key, I think, to getting your 3 stars using Gear 12 Imperial Troopers for this assault battle. I hope that was helpful. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to know if you found this helpful, if there's something that I missed, if you have a specific team comp with Gear 11 or 12 Troopers that works even better than what we've seen from myself and these other content creators, or just follow their lead and use this comp and remod it and be patient with your RNG, and you will get a 3-star challenge level 3 completed as well, and then you can sim it from here on out and never worry about it again. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope that was helpful. I will see you guys on the flip side. Be good, but not too good. Your boy Wrangler's out. We'll see you next time.